Good day, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about the trap of illusions. It's this constant seeking, the moving towards something or the moving away from something that traps us in the illusion. Now, if we were happy with our lives the way they are, we wouldn't seek something more. We wouldn't look for something for more purpose or more meaning or for truth for that matter. If we were totally content and fulfilled in our lives as they are. For centuries, humans have grappled with this fundamental question. How can we overcome the limitations of our egoic mind and uncover our true nature or reality? We all face challenges in our lives, dealing with the constant stream of thoughts and emotions that kind of take us on a roller coaster ride from euphoria to despair. People have long been aware of this tendency to get stuck in what I sometimes call our egoic bubble, and we're always looking for ways to transcend it. So I would like to explore with you today our desire for enlightenment and how this is based on a yearning to escape something or move towards something. And the very nature of this dance keeps us trapped in illusion. At the end, I want to explore some practical aspects, how, for example, trusting in our own authority can be helpful, and how living the questions provides a way to escape this trap. The inner drive for enlightenment is fueled by a dissatisfaction with our current state. Really, if we were content and fulfilled all the time, we wouldn't feel the need to seek anything. Seek something beyond ourselves. This drive to break free from the confines of the egoic mind is fueled by some kind of, a deep aspiration or intuition that there's something more out there, something more real, truer, more satisfying than what's happening currently in our lives. And this is where our practice enters the picture. It's just a response to this human desire to go beyond ourselves and connect with something truer, something greater. Spiritual practices, they offer us a path, you could say, to break free from the constraints of our mind and tap into this deeper dimension. To put it simply, our drive to transcend can be broken down into two movements: running away or running towards something. We may want to escape our current reality or identity, and we feel drawn to something deeper, whether we call it enlightenment or God, nirvana, whatever. And while this may seem obvious, it's absolutely crucial to understand this. I can't emphasize this enough. Understanding this alone can help us make sense of all these practices that we engage in, that we've developed over time. Despite the common focus of most practices, actually, on being present in the moment, it's not about escaping the present, right? It's about engaging with it, even if we're yearning for something else. So there's this tension between being in the present moment and wanting to escape it in some way. And this just creates the illusion of separation and duality, which just makes us feel even more separate, disconnected. It's a dance of illusion that traps us in our egoic mind bubble. So it's a dance again between running away and running towards something that's crucial, that keeps us trapped. It's what creates the illusion of duality and separation. Without understanding this dance, we risk spending our entire lives moving away from something, mostly ourselves, and never experiencing the present moment fully, and therefore never realizing truth. So it's essential that we recognize the illusion for what it is and just step off this treadmill or hamster wheel, you could say, of seeking and running. And while it may be tempting to try to escape the illusion, this, of course, only leads to being more deeply entrenched and trapped by it. The best way to stay trapped in our own illusions is by constantly trying to escape them. It's like quicksand. Struggling to get out of the quicksand only makes it worse. We just get more entrapped. Truth can only be found within ourselves, not out there. And once we see through the illusion, we can begin to find the peace in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances, and we can touch into our true nature. It takes patience, and I would say trust, but it is possible for everyone. Illusion is a miracle. It's impressive in its ability to deceive and trap us. The truth, on the other hand, is more subtle. It's waiting for us to acknowledge it. It's powerless, really, until we do. So to break free from this trap of illusion, we must first become aware of our illusions and not try to escape them. Instead, we simply acknowledge them as part of ourselves and allow the truth to really to reveal itself when all the pursuing and avoiding ceases. And this may seem simplistic, but I find even the most spiritually awakened people fall into the trap of constantly seeking more or trying to hold on to what they've experienced. So we need to shift our mindset, understand this human tendency to chase after better experiences or try to maintain them. And when we stop trying to escape ourselves or pursuing something else, we can just rest, can just stop. So the solution is not to take any action or do anything to escape, but simply to be present and accept where we are. Only then can we truly break free from this trap of illusion. We can uncover these ways by stopping and looking. And it's not a mental thing. It's not thinking about or figuring out. It's something that it's more like an aha moment where we see and we have a deep and profound realization that completely shifts really how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. By recognizing and accepting our illusions, we can break free from the trap of illusion. Suffering only arises when we constantly move away from or towards something that creates this sense of separation from ultimate reality. However, if we stop pursuing or avoiding things, the illusion just simply disappears on its own. And we realize we're already part of the ultimate reality. When we stop chasing and pursuing, the reality simply emerges. It's not something we can imagine. We don't understand until we experience it. Reality doesn't come into being. It's simply revealed, you could say, by our stopping to pursue it. It's important to experience this reality for ourselves rather than following the words of different teachers or YouTube influencers. We have to realize we are the authority of our own experience. There's no teacher or shortcut. Even enlightened teachers can't achieve enlightenment for us. We must be our own authority and look for ourselves. Everyone has the power to find their own way. And this realization is empowering. Krishnamurti often spoke about this. He said, there's no authority but ourselves. He often says that the human mind's been so conditioned and shaped by authority, it's lost its ability to look and see and think independently. So he discovered that the only way to understand truth is to stand by oneself. It is only through awareness that we can truly free ourselves from these illusions and the truth that lies beneath. There's a poem written by the Zen third patriarch that tells us that the path to awakening, or the great way, is not difficult for those that have no preferences. Preferences here is referring to our tendency to push, pull, strive, and struggle with life. When we surrender to the gap or the space and let go of all our preferences, we can experience a silent, aware presence that's always been there and always will be. This presence is not seeking anything, does not require any kind of realization or enlightenment. It simply exists, it always has, and it always will. As human beings, we often identify with the person we think we are, but this is just a lot of thoughts. In reality, it's this silent, aware presence that is who we truly are, and it's always been there. Imagine living this kind of question mark, where the question, where the aware presence exists. It's a simple thing that requires no theory or philosophy to understand. It's just there. In fact, it's so straightforward that it's shocking or maybe even embarrassing that we haven't seen it. However, the mind can convince us to hold on to this struggle for enlightenment, to never let go. It may tell us that we might lose it, or we need to be on retreat to maintain it. But the truth is, we can't lose what we truly are. There's no need to maintain anything, including enlightenment. Instead of focusing on how to maintain it, we should ask ourselves, how are we unenlightening ourselves right now? I remember Adyashanti saying this at a retreat I went to. How are we unenlightening ourselves? Enlightenment is simply reality. It's always and already happening. It's already present within us. Essentially, the silent presence is already within all of us. So there's no need to search for it. It's like your feet asking for directions to find themselves. They're already a part of you. Instead, let's focus on our deepest aspiration that longs to be realized. This drive that goes beyond our egoic daily struggles. Imagine a world where all your questions are answered and everything you need is within you. All you need to do is listen to the gaps, the spaces, the moments of silence amid the noise. This is a world of complete sufficiency that we all can realize. Imagine having complete trust in yourself and the silence within you, knowing that everything you need will be provided for. I hope you found this talk helpful, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and leave comments and questions. I enjoy the interaction with everyone. Hope to see you soon, and take care.